Pan Celtic Clan it's our family. You don't have to ride and finish the race. You don't have to just sign up. You just have to want to be with us, to join us and support us. We wanted to eradicate that whole sense of elitism, which is nobody's fault. Nobody purposefully creates this illusion of elitism. People, turn up at the start line and don't feel like they belong. That's just something that maybe happens in people's own mental space. So we just wanted to make sure that people feel truly welcome before they arrive. For people who ride and come to the events every year, they feel this huge sense of collectiveness and friendship and camaraderie from being together, and they might only see each other once a year when they sign up to the event, but when you see these people come together, it's like they've been friends forever. It's pretty clear that the clan means a lot to people.
It's a souvenir from last year. Again, it's sort of proud to be part of something rather than not just feeling that you're paying your money to do something, you're becoming part of that sort of adventure, which is great.
It certainly grew bigger than we ever anticipated. It was kind of just a way, we just wanted people to feel welcome, and that was the idea behind having this whole clan element, was that people just felt welcome. But now, after our third year, the clan now it's so big, and how people feel and the emotions that run right through it.
So there's a few of the clan members that can't make it this year for whatever reason. So I thought I'd still bring them along for the ride anyway. So we've got Fru on here, Jason Hales and Neil Lauder. Taking them along for the ride, stick them in the frame bag, and then get a few pictures along the way with them.
Are you ready? Yeah!
This year's full route was 1,618 miles with 65,850 feet of climbing. Our shorter route was 1,020 miles with 41,321 feet of climbing. After what was effectively a neutralised start at Celtic Camping in St David's, the route ventured down to the ferry at Pembroke Docks, where riders enjoyed a short rest aboard the Irish Ferries floating fortress, before the true race start came to life across the water at Rosslare. Leaving the ferry port, the route first bumped and shook its way through the south, where patchwork roads broke spokes and tested early resolve.
Someone broken spoke on the ferry, but nothing a bit of electric tape can't do that, right?
Straight off the bat, Paul and Alex hit a blistering pace, both riders' strategy to go incredibly hard and break from the pack.
Go hard until the knee blows, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
And hope it doesn't. Between you and me, I want to make the Tarbert ferry before it closes on Tuesday. How far back is Paul?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, come on, you know you want to.
You can't see what you're doing because the sun was so low. You didn't want to be really around people, so I'm glad I made a break for it. I've had quite a bit of nervous energy to get rid of, so I'm busy doing that at the moment.
Vying for third position, we had David Scott and Julian Templeton in hot pursuit. Paul and Alex's friendly rivalry was soon pushed aside, with both fully committed to testing each other and looking to exploit any early advantages.
morning.
Good morning.
Keep fogging up. Don't sort of ride around like this, like a sort of school teacher.
Our third edition will be remembered for many things, especially the fantastic weather. This wasn't some fluke or random occurrence, but something that came about through great sacrifice. An offering made to the Celtic gods in advance of this year's event. The clan would enjoy Ireland at her finest. The Wild Atlantic Way would then begin true and proper as mountains opened far and wide, vibrant greens, passing sunlight and hazy coastal views. Rocky outcrops and jagged coastlines intertwined with welcoming villages and friendly towns. Meanwhile, the women's field finds Taylor Doyle leading as she rides through the night and into first place.
Flying, aren't you?
Didn't know. I didn't know until someone told me. And now I'm like, oh!
And now you're embroiled in a race for first place.
I was absolutely clueless. I'm feeling like stronger than I thought I would after that. And last night was like just an experiment. It wasn't me trying to be like, I'm gonna smash it. How many people do you think will try and make it to the checkpoint tonight?
There's a few that aren't that far away, which is
I don't watch.
Boswell and Paul Wainwright.
Right.
They're like literally like this.
Wow.
Yeah, they are like psyching each other out at the moment. And then obviously we've got you and Simone.
Apparently.
Oh, you've got, which is really good to see. So.
Like, I'm tempted to try and just like not stop until the checkpoint, but I'm scared of pushing myself on the road. But I might.
Listen to your body.
Yeah, like I assume that before that I would hit a wall.
Yeah.
But then like, what if I like at like 10 o'clock tonight slept until like midnight and then kept going?
Taylor is another rider doing things differently. She's packed all her meals for the ride in an effort to avoid the use of single-use plastics while she's out on the road. Her bike's well heavy.
How's your dehydrated food?
So good.
Really?
Delicious. I just refilled it, so it's rehydrating again. So it doesn't look like food right now where I'd show you, because it's fucking so good. There's so many places to refill water bottles. Like I do not understand why anyone buys water. It does my head in. Like, it actually makes me angry. Like, it's like no judging. I don't have any like personal thing against it. But every time I'm like, why? Anyway.
Don't waste your energy on that right now.
Yeah. Alright.
Winding yourself up.
I don't know.
Or channel the anger, you know? You could also do that.
Yeah.
Channel the anger.
You should have seen them people down there buying hundreds of bottles for no reason. That's all we've seen all day. People buying bottled water, Taylor. Simone was buying loads of it before. She's just lashing them on the road as she goes.
Oh my god.
Simone Eder has other ideas. Quickly becoming known as the Rocket, she blasts into the lead, arriving at checkpoint 1 on the night of the race's second day. Racing isn't necessarily about the overall win or catching those who are in front of you. Sometimes it's about protecting a lead from those who are chasing from behind, and the fear of their challenge motivates you forward. Taylor stops in Skibbereen, allowing close friend Tamsin Dewar to catch up. Taylor wakes up early and heads off onto the road, looking to keep hold of second position. Neither of them, having expected to find themselves at the sharp end of the race, now find themselves going toe-to-toe.
Didn't sleep really the first night because it was just like 3 hours of excitable lying down, you know. Just like wanted to be out, but yeah, slept really well last night. I think it was in someone's garden though, so yes, always a bit nerve-wracking. I did worse things in that garden too, but we won't talk about it. It's all part of ultra. Let me get this stamp before I forget.
Oh my gosh, that is the mother of all mothers. Especially with 360 miles in your legs. Oh my goodness. Are we nearly there yet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Only 1,300 miles to go.
Mimi and Lowry rode the route together with one goal, which was to finish for Mimi's 60th birthday the day after the race.
Here she comes, Mimi. Let's see what she's got to say. It'll be interesting.
That was shit.
I said, didn't I? My legs are shaking. Well done, Mimi.
I'm not a natural climber. Do you know, I've decided I'm not good on flats, I'm not good on downs, and I'm even worse on hills.
Yeah.
Oh. Way to go, Pebbles. Good girl. Oh.
You guys stopped last night?
We stayed in a spa. I know. Sadly, we didn't benefit from it. We went upstairs, ran a bath, dumped my clothes in the bath, walked around with no clothes on, stank to high heaven, washed my clothes, wrapped them all up in a towel, washed myself, and I still smelt this morning. And my clothes smelled.
We did, after the ferry, we did, what did we do?
We did over 36 hours.
We did 36 hours plus.
You see this? You see that? I can, I will. And then on the other side it says shut up legs. So you see, I couldn't get off and walk, could I? Because I was so tempted. Then I saw the cameraman.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Some of the passes are just stunning. How you get anywhere, you know, because you're stopping, taking photos. Just beautiful.
I'm really mad I'm in a race, even if I'm not really racing, but I would just want to stop and take pictures all the time.
That coast road, as you go down towards Galway, it's just looking out on the coast, just taking something in. A couple of guys came up and just chatting away. Do you want a bed for the night? I've got a sofa.
Yeah.
Someone around a house for 5 hours or 4 hours overnight. Shower, bed. The Irish hospitality.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's like it's family, right? So you come into it knowing so many people and making new friends. And
it's absolutely stunning. Yesterday, wow. So these hills suited me well. Not the ones of the day two. Steep little bastards.
And I just saw the one, I was like, wow, and boom, I just went straight to the wall. And then my fork broke. I started calling other bike shops around in Westport, Galway, even Dublin. I was ready to go to Dublin and come back with a new fork. And then one guy understood what was going on because he did gravel a lot, and so he understood it was an ultra race and everything. None of the forks worked, but he lent me his turbo trainer bike, which is the one I finished with, and it's a tad big, but it did the job. I managed to finish everything with that. The guy was amazing. He said, have some rest, have a shower, and have food. I came back, like an hour later, and he had put all my bags on his bike, my aero bars, everything. Guy was too nice. I'm gonna remember it forever. Like the Wild Atlantic Way is insane. I really wasn't expecting it to be that nice.
In ultra endurance races like this, there are so many battles that go on. The small wins can make such a huge difference in a race of this size. There is a ruthlessness to the execution of game plans. The mental games that are being played out see Paul constantly challenging the other riders, being first to checkpoints, and he's in and out and he doesn't rest. And that's clearly visible to the other riders, who then have to face up to the realization that they don't have time to rest.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah, it's 48 hours of constant fighting.
Don't do that.
Yeah. I have no enthusiasm. It's the first time in my life. I'm calculating, and if I want to get the ferry for Friday, I need to average 19 kilometers per hour.
Interesting, isn't it? There's going to be a number of us on the ferry in the morning, but that's what I think, but I don't really know for sure. I haven't seen anybody today.
Straight to the ferry now?
No, I've got a B&B booked, so I'm going to press on. There's a really nice lady waiting up for me. I really don't know what time I'm going to get there, but it's the only advantage I've got, so I've got to try, get a decent sleep.
Have you had a decent sleep?
No, 4 hour stop. Today's tactic was just to press on. I haven't really been looking beyond today because I realised that there's going to be a number of people on the ferry, and the only advantage I've got is an hour or two's more sleep.
Yeah.
So we're all going to start again tomorrow, and we'll see who's most tired, I suppose, and it's halfway, isn't it? So a long way to go.
Have you spoken to any of the others?
I've seen Alex the most.
Really?
But this morning, I think he was probably packing his bivvy up this morning, and it didn't look great, and I felt quite good.
Paul relishes telling his competitors about his full night's rest and full English breakfast before they disembark the ferry and the race is back on. By this stage, Alex was suffering from a previous knee injury and side effects from his painkillers.
So how are you feeling? Hot.
Right.
Far too hot.
Yeah.
It's now the first time the pool's been ahead.
This left the door wide open for Kerry Middleton to sneak in.
I didn't get much sleep last night because I was trying to get the first ferry in the morning at Tarbert. Yeah, so I felt like I've been recovering this morning, but.
So you got a bit of a race in your hands?
Yeah, although I think it's all going to come down to the last, to the ferries at Dublin. So, yeah, it might be a case that there's about 5 or 6 of us all on the same ferry. Which would be a nice sprint to the finish line in Llandudno.
Every year we have new entrants that are unknown to us, dark horses that are looking to upset the apple cart.
It's the first time I've done any ultra racing. Yeah, it's been really really fun actually, and really enjoyed. Well, yeah, because it's sort of the racing and also just the community as well. Like, all the people I've been riding there, keeping on overtaking them and meeting them at different occasions. So, yes, feels like a really community sort of race as well. So I really just came to try and finish it. That was the main goal, and so it's been a nice surprise that I've been at the head of the race.
Alex is, I don't know, have you heard the news or not? Because, yeah, Alex has a really bad knee pain and kind of headache, like towards the cliffs of Moher. Sometimes, like, he didn't know where he was and everything, so he's thinking about not quitting, but stopping the race and finishing easy.
After a full night's sleep, Alex concedes the race for first place is over. But Alex being Alex, he's not taking this lying down.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm alright, you?
Yeah, well, I'll get around.
What's happened?
What hasn't happened? One of my lights failed, my main front lights failed, and one of my auxiliary. So I was planning on stopping here anyway when that happened, just because I needed to recharge, but maybe not as long as I did. But yeah, essentially yesterday I had quite a few kind of spells where I just got really dizzy and kind of couldn't concentrate, couldn't really kind of focus on the road or what was going on. I was going really well, like just Paul and I were back and forth. I was out in front again yesterday for a bit. Yeah, I was kind of enjoying it and thought, if we get on the same boat, I quite fancy my chances, just because I think over a short distance I'm a bit more punchy than Paul is maybe, but he's phenomenal at the moment, isn't he? He's a different beast.
Strong.
He's a different beast from last year as well.
I mean, things could, you never know, something could go for Paul yet. Yeah, you don't know, do you? That's the thing. There's still a long way to go yet, so.
I mean, the thing is, he is going so hard. I can't see, because I mean, definitely, I was definitely pushing as hard as I could, because on that first day I wanted to drop him if I could, but he just wouldn't fucking go. I'm just going to go and see how I get on, because if I'm still feeling dizzy, and I still get those dizzy spells, I think it's just not really safe to carry on.
We first met Lawrence Walters, or Laws, at Pembroke Docks, where we noticed he was riding a fixed gear bike. He's the first person that's tried to race a Pan Celtic on a fixed gear. He was instantly one for us to watch.
I'm just amazed I'm here.
Really?
Like, once I got to checkpoint 2, I was like, right, okay, I can probably get round. I'm pumped I'm here, like I'm still able to ride, and I've got an Irish whistle I've been learning to play as well.
Oh, this is it. You're just riding, learning to play the whistle while you're
riding? I'm not very good yet. I still need a few more days. Not too many more days out here, but...
Loving the shirt as well.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
I found it on a farm gate in Dingle.
Really?
And I went past it, I was like, oh, it looks like a shirt. And I went back to it and I was like, no, there was 2 houses adjacent. I was like, oh, fuck, you're going to see me just like
Probably just blown off somebody's washing line.
Oh yeah, it'd been tied on there, and it like, I don't know if it just, and I was like, right, you're having this, you burnt it, like, and it fits so perfect, like, you're going to ride it all the way home.
I thought you brought it with you.
No, I found it on the floor, like, picking up litter. Yeah, I've been absolutely loving it. Thanks so much.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really grateful for just the like community of people, meeting people on the road, and like the support and just like waving people by. Yeah, it like means a lot.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, and just getting messages from like guys back home. Just there's a few tears today.
You go up and down, don't you?
Yeah.
Simone might be leading the women's race, but it's clear to see that she's battling for overall position on the road.
been watching the tracker?
No, I didn't.
Not at all.
No, I overtake Doyle. Is there somebody ahead? Okay, I checked the tracker.
And she arrives at checkpoint 2 in Dingle in 19th place.
My kids do drawings at my fort. This is my son, Nuri. He drawn a rocket. And my daughter gave me a sun. And they said, ride like a rocket under a bright shining sun. Sorry?
It's a good plan with the baby way.
Always.
Yeah. So multifunctional.
First my bum, then the chain.
You think you might not make the last ferry?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really?
No. I tried to raise it till here, but then the others convinced me it's not possible anymore.
With clever planning and not being able to make the Tarbert ferry until morning, Simone rests for a full night, recharging her fuel cells, allowing her to keep her foot on the gas and maintain her position.
Have you bivvied every night?
Yeah, I don't see the point in paying for the B&Bs. Like, you're only there for a few hours. And like, there's public showers along the way, so if I do fancy one, I'll just grab one there. It's like, I just wash all my clothes every day in the toilets.
Come on in, gentlemen.
What a day!
How are we doing?
Where did you stay last night?
On a park bench. Well, on a bench, a wooden bench.
Yeah.
I had a couple of hours there. And away we go again this morning. Same again tonight.
I slept in a school, no idea where. Pressed the door. Lo and behold, unlocked. Absolutely beautiful. I'm a teacher, so I could have taught them a history lesson on Henry VIII or something in return.
That's really funny that you're a school teacher, well.
I know.
You try the door of
Yeah.
the school.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I could not believe it was open.
Unlike pretty much everyone else at the pointy end of the race, David Scott's doing it differently. He's carrying minimal gear and staying in hotels every night.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether I can make the Friday night one, whether I'm prepared to sleep as little as full. But I don't know if Kerry's gonna make it. He's just plodding along and not sleeping much, and he kind of keeps overtaking me when I go to bed. It just happens that my tactic means I always lose time to him when I go to bed, and he doesn't. But yeah, it's been a learning experience. I don't think I can do what they do. I've got a place booked just down the road, because I could do that loop and stay there, or I could just not stay. Should be a waste. Or I could stay for like an hour, just have a bed for an hour and then go for it, but I just can't decide whether I've got it in me, whether my knee's got it in me. I don't know if you can see the difference. They both look a bit swollen. I'm getting the ibuprofen Nurofen gel on it every time I stop.
At this point, Paul was now fully focused on turning the screw, with a significant gap on Kerry, making the Friday morning ferry from Dublin to Anglesey feasible. Riders were only allowed to take either the 8 AM or 8 PM ferry crossing. Missing either could cost dearly. Talking to Paul was now becoming particularly difficult as he was literally counting down every minute to catch that first ferry.
I haven't got a moment to spare.
No, I know you don't.
I've got minutes to catch a ferry in the next 400 miles. You know, this morning it was just nice cruising at 17 mile an hour, you know, knocking the miles off, and then, you know, you sat at 4 mile an hour for a significant amount of time.
Have you figured out you need to like average a certain speed to make it back or anything like
because
that?
I can only do one speed.
Yeah.
So I'll go the speed that my legs will let me go. I'm enjoying it when I'm motivated. You know, I'm enjoying the challenge of trying to get on that ferry. You know, there's obviously an obvious carrot there, but sometimes your energy is just low and it's just hard to stay up, you know. Well, I look at Andy Kirby, he'll help me get my leg over. Right, gent, see you later.
Nice one.
The forever optimistic and seemingly unbreakable Alex Boswell is now feeling much better and declares himself back in the race.
I worked out if I averaged 25 kph elapsed, I'd make the Friday evening ferry. I don't think it's achievable, but I thought I'll give it a go and I'll see how I'm getting on. But if I carry on like I am, I'll make it.
How is your dizziness? Is it?
It's completely gone.
Has it?
Yeah. I genuinely feel better, more focused, more with it now than at any point, even at the start.
Sleep.
I've gone from dealing with a fuzzy head to just dealing with the pain in my knee, and like it's all right, but it hurts. Yeah, I know. It's, Stephen's not too far up the road from me, is he?
Possibly no. You feeling back in the game then? Is it back on?
Well, I like a comeback.
Yeah. And we love an underdog. Well, go get it then.
Right on, lads.
You better not stand there talking to us.
No.
Alex's next target is the ever-present Stephen Haynes, a man of few words but vast experience. Hainesy, having ridden almost every ultra race going and consistently finishing in the top 10, will be a tough scalp to take.
How's it all going?
Yeah, all right.
Standard Stephen Haynes.
Ride a bike, have some sleep. Ride a bike. How's Alex? He's here somewhere.
Despite Alex Boswell having been through the mill, he somehow and unbelievably pushes through into third. However, at 10 p.m. on July 15th, Alex's race shudders to a halt.
So, having chased back up to third place, staying yesterday, and on the final run into the ferry, I've had a mechanical. And I don't know if I can fix it yet. And if I can fix it, I don't have enough battery in my spare front light to see me through the night to get to the ferry on time. So I'm going to set up the bivvy. There's quite a decent little spot just over there actually. And have a go at fixing it in the morning and hopefully get the ferry tomorrow evening. But that does count me out of the runnings for one of the top spots, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes. Kind of luck of the draw with this sort of thing, isn't it, I suppose?
When somebody scratches from the race who you've been racing with for days on end, you find yourself feeling like you no longer have purpose anymore. It makes it feel a little bit flat and you don't know what to do. You've been racing and then it's gone, and you need to then reignite that race with someone else.
Yeah, I feel like we're so close to being done. From here it's like 360k to the ferry terminal, which normally I'd ride in it like happily under like 20 hours, but right now it just seems like a lot. And I'm like, will I even be able to do it in 36? It's yeah.
So,
I was chasing Kate for a little while. I think that was motivational, but not for the placing. It was just more so I could say hi and like get a buzz. Kate dropped out as well, which makes me sad because now I haven't got like her support either. So yeah, it's just me and Taylor.
if you get back on the ferry with Taylor,
yeah,
will you ride in together?
I think so. I just want to like never wear a chamois again. So if she's desperate to get to the finish and take her shorts off, then I won't stop her. But it would be nice to ride in with her.
Tamsin realises that they're both going to catch the same ferry, eases up, allowing Taylor to catch her, and they both ride into Dublin in full party mode.
I feel so proud of like some of the things I got up, which I didn't even think I'd be able to get up without bags. So like to be able to get up some of that stuff, I was like delighted. If you see somebody else that's similar to you doing it, and it can help show like your parents or family that like there are other people doing this and they're okay, and so maybe I could do it. If you see it, you believe it. I think that's really important for like people to see, like women and also like, I guess personally for me, like Asian women in this kind of world. You know, like I know it's a race, so some people might be in some race situations be like, oh, I'm not going to share my secrets. But here, everyone just seems to be helping each other out, and it was really nice. Like you do kind of feel like a member of a group, like the clan. Like everyone's kind of supporting each other. Like everyone has their race and their goals, but everyone's kind of supporting each other as well, which I really liked. Like I really liked that about this.
It's so easy to have these negative thoughts in your mind, and then when something bad happens, that's your excuse or your get out clause. Don't take it. Find the solution and ride on. Which is easier said than done, but it's something that in the right positive frame of mind, any of us are capable of doing. A friend of mine who I rode with a few years back once described it as being a big wave rider. He said, "You're a big wave rider now, Tobes. There's peaks and troughs, and enjoy the highs and enjoy the lows, because that's all part of the journey."
Oh, had the time of my life. That island is just off the scale. It makes me emotional thinking about it, honestly. It's just incredible. Just an experience I'll never forget. Never. Just crazy, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. To share it with some, last year was amazing to meet people for the first time. To come back and meet the same people again and new people as well and share it with them is just, makes it even more special. I've got to go because I'm cold.
That's the clan.
I'm good. I've got to go.
It's not just about all the good points, it's the low points that probably make you, and getting through those low points allows you to then admit to yourself that you're capable of doing these things. You've just got to give it a go and push yourself. Paul covers 400 miles in one fell swoop. This was a huge win for Paul because he knew being on the same ferry as his nearest rivals would mean risking a sprint finish. Mechanicals, sickness or other unforeseens could yet impede Paul's win. The race isn't over until it's over.
It's felt like I've been concentrating on one thing for so long. I mean, the last few days, everything seems a bit strange now. I didn't really fully comprehend the idea of not getting caught by number 2 on the road until about an hour before Dublin, because I didn't want to admit it too early, you know, and then it not come to fruition. Last year I was somewhat unknown, so I didn't know who was in the race that was unknown this year. You know, we didn't know who Kerry was, and he's been the best matched competitor. You know, I knew Alex, I knew that he'd be riding hard from the start like me. I don't know, there's half the people in the top 10, I don't know who they are, so before the race started I knew that they were the people that I was going to be competing against, you know. The unknown names, you know, you can't look them up, they're just solid bike riders, you know, that are coming to have a go. It's a strange thing to call a race, isn't it, when you don't see these people, but you can spot them on your phone on the tracker, you know, you can sort of learn their habits. I'm in a very fortunate position to be able to cruise to the finish and still get a win. I don't envy the boys that have got to race later this afternoon, so that's going to be a great spectacle.
Having ridden a spectacular, focused and determined race, Paul crosses the finish line in 5 days, 18 hours and 28 minutes, where he's welcomed in by his biggest fans. Having missed the evening ferry, Kerry, David and Hainsey are resigned to catching the morning's crossing. The three of them arrive back in Wales with a 50-mile sprint finish ahead of them. Kerry and David pull out a lead over Stephen Haynes and battle it out for second place. It looks like the lap of the Great Orme will decide the winner. With the Great Orme not able to separate them, Kerry and David are neck and neck on the final descent. Racing the final few miles on Llandudno's busy streets seems daft, and the two cross the line together.
Yeah, that was great having the the hill climb with the bikepacking bags going up there.
Well done, Paul.
Well done, mate. Good
Fair
effort.
play to you.
I've not, but I've had loads
Good
of people
effort.
say that.
I don't know how you did it. You must have been in a condition on that last bit. Oh.
Simone arrives in North Wales and races across Anglesey, through the night and across the early morning finish line in a blistering time of 7 days, 17 hours and 38 minutes.
Superstar, you smashed it! You're amazing! So strong.
I think I was really determined to my goal, to do this 8-day goal. I think I was really strong in my mind to do this. It pushes me really to push my pedals hard the whole day. So, yeah. I get quite emotional when I entered Llandudno, when I entered the Great Orme by the hotel. So, wow. With all the light, it was really great.
We're gonna, I don't know. I think we're gonna cross the finish line together, but Taylor might have other ideas, so yeah.
So the other day.
People were rooting for that. Like
Yeah.
online, there was just lots of people saying, I wonder when Tamsin and Taylor are going to catch up. Like Tamsin and Taylor are going to end up riding together. Like, are Tamsin and Taylor going to cross the finish line? Like,
oh my God. So wholesome.
It's so funny. I'm really excited to catch up with everyone. And yeah, Simone got her feet up, I'm guessing, and just chilling. She's probably recovered already.
Yeah, she's already booked a 200-kilometre road.
Yeah.
Tamsin and Taylor arrive at Llandudno in joint second place.
You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever going on. Oh, you know you're all I want. Keep saying that I hate it, but it's kind of fun. Watching me come undone. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun? Play it safe. Let's spend the weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow.
I was doing fine until Ken Mayer, and then I stopped for a wee break, had a pint for dinner that turned into 2 pints, and then the boys I was hanging out with, 2 Irish lads, gave me about 6, it was like another pint for the road, another pint for the road, that ended up to 6, so that was about 8 or 9 pints of Guinness. And then I think that was kind of when I stopped taking it seriously.
Hey Matt, it's Tuesday morning.
Wednesday.
Wednesday morning. The sun's shining. We've been on a food run, and Matt, what I've got for you is this old-fashioned blackcurrant. Absolutely wonderful. It is wonderful, Matt.
Eve just rides me like a horse because she's got a lot wider breath. That sounds terrible. No. Wow. Alexis, Alexis, what to do when we get off the bike? No one's business. I told you that was perfect. I'm gonna win, man. I'm gonna win.
Can I hold that for you while you wee yourself? Thank you, my lovely. Moberman! This is the Moberman. Complete your pieces.
This is my shame bin. Although, okay, so this, I've just been keeping the aluminum cans because I need to recycle them properly and make sure that they just don't go in the bin. This is all outdoor provisions packaging, so it's compostable. But this stuff is the stuff I'm not sure about. Like, these were in like a paper box of candy.
Far from the comfort and the well-lit avenues of life, pit your very soul against the unknown and seek stimulation in the comfort of the brave. Experience cold, hunger, heat and thirst, and survive to see another challenge and another dawn. Only then will you be at peace with yourself and to be able to know and to say, I have looked down the far side of the mountain, fulfilled and understanding all, and truly content that I lived a full life and one that was my own choice.